everybody, I'm Robert Donovan. Welcome to this episode of Tradecraft Solutions, the show where we show you how to start from nothing and make something out of it. When I started living out of my RV, I didn't really have a plan for saving. In a previous video, I talked about how I was, for the first 3 months I was living in my RV, I was basking in the dopamine hit of watching my savings account go up steadily. The thing about that was that I really hate budgets. Budgeting to me is a diet for money. The first three letters in the word diet are D, I, and E, and that is a fact I just can't get out of my head. There are two techniques, neither of them original to me, that I have found to work well for saving regularly. What I stumbled upon was I started out, I didn't have a lot of money because I was just starting working at a part-time job. I wasn't making a lot of money. It was like a little over minimum wage, 25 cents more than. I had a bunch of bills that I still kind of had to pay off after the bankruptcy, so I was paying that out. And it was really hard to save. So what I did, and it was something called stage saving, I found out later. I also set a daily spending limit later on. And the two together allow me to avoid the need for line item budgeting and save 30 to 50% of a very low income for the last 2 or 3 years. This video, I'm going to talk about stage saving since it underlies the daily spending limit. And I'll talk about the daily spending limit in the video after this one. The first thing I realized was that the best way to go, and this is again not original to me, was that paying myself first. I like the idea because if you pay yourself first and you get the savings out of the way before anything else and you discipline yourself not to touch it, which was the hard part. In other words, make savings the first bill you pay every month. You don't have to budget because your savings is taken care of. The rest you can kind of be a little more freeform with, but just don't spend more than what's left after you take out whatever you're saving. So I pay myself first as a matter of course now. This brings me to the idea of the dollar a day. Why start at $1 a day? The idea with stage savings and forming a new habit is that you build the habit first by starting small. And then as you get more acclimated to the habit, you get the habit more firmly ingrained, you concentrate then on getting better at whatever you're trying to get into the habit of. So I started with $1 a day. That's $30 a month. And I set it up as an automatic transfer from checking to savings. And most people, I think, blow $30 a month without even realizing it. I certainly did at the time. So you'll probably not even notice $1 a day gone. And so the next month, I increased it by, originally I was going by percentages, increase it by 10% a month. The problem with using percentages is that percentages are exponential. And so what I started, and the problem with that is my income was so low, it was easy to run into a situation where I had already sent the money out to my savings or to my investing accounts and then needed that money to pay bills. So I didn't want to get into that. So what I started doing was increasing it each month by 10 cents per day. So $30 the first month, $33 the second month, $36 the month after that, and so on. And it was very easy to do. It was one of these things. It was simple. It was easy. It didn't require a lot of high-level brain function to make myself do it regularly. The only thing I had to worry about was not going so high that I needed to raid savings and investments to pay bills. That was very important. The other thing, too, was I did have some consulting income, but it was a little sporadic. So what I did with the consulting income when it started coming in was I basically split it 80-20 savings to spending until I hit 50% savings for my overall income. There's been a couple of months where I've gone over 50% when I was able to because I knew there'd be a couple of months later on where I couldn't do 50%, and that's how I get the thing to average about 30 to 50% a year. Last 2 years it's been about 46 and 48%. And once you get the habit formed, and it's easy to do by doing $1 a day, it's easier to increase it a little bit as you go. And it becomes kind of a game that I play of seeing if I can match or exceed last month's saving. Going over 50% savings, as I mentioned before, is absolutely encouraged if you have the inclination and income. The more you save, the faster you're going to hit post-subsistence / post-satiation. So that's my basic savings plan. It's easy to get started and grow. I've been very happy with the results. I've gone from basically zero net worth 2 years ago to about $23,000 a day in about 2 years. That is small potatoes compared to what I plan on, but I've gotten the base built again, which is what I need to start working. Next, we're going to start talking about trading and investing and how I build portfolios and all of that. That's coming. But it is all built on this, and that is you start with saving $1 a day, you set up an automatic transfer each month for that, and then you add 10 cents a day each month and grow your income until you are at 50% of your income, or you have to raid your savings to pay bills if you go any higher. For me, that was about 35%. The faster you save, the faster you're going to hit post-subsistence. So if you have the ability to go over 50%, I would certainly encourage you to do that. But to get to the higher than 30%, I had to use a daily spending limit along with the pay yourself first approach. That's what we're going to talk about in the next video. So thanks for watching this one. If you want to see more content like this, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you subscribe, be sure to click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. And welcome to my new subscribers who may have joined us since the last video. Until next time, as always, may the balance of your day be awesome.